Hi everyone, this video is about using quick crimp terminals. You've probably seen a few of these different types. That one's not as common. It's a bullet terminal, ring terminal, spade terminal, and that's a joiner. You can also get fork terminals and pin terminals, a few different varieties. And you notice that some of these ones here is different colours. Like even in the similar style thing, you'd wonder why do they have different colours. Different colour is for the different size wires that they suit, or a range of wires. So the red is the smallest wire range, then the blue is the bigger one, and then there's yellow. I don't have any of the yellow ones handy to suit really large cables, so you'd probably use them for like large DC cables going between your power supply and distro board and things like that. So we'll show you some examples of what's appropriate sizes. I'll just strip that wire back there. You don't need a huge amount of bare wire there because you don't want it poking all the way through. So we'll use one of these joiners here. Now this is the wrong size. This is too big to use for the size wire here, but some people will use the wrong ones because they just want to buy a certain amount of them. So now we're using this crimp tool here. These are a good ratchet crimp tool, very handy to use. Don't buy one of those cheap yellow handle, typically really thin ones with the inbuilt stripper. They're absolutely useless. I'll try and put a picture up of that here. But they're just horrible to use and they don't crimp properly. Now you can see we've crimped that on and you think, oh yeah, that's all fine. You could test it electrically and it would be fine. But any pressure you put on that, look, it just fell off straight away. Totally useless. Now if we use... This would be more suitable for this size cable. So use the other end of that. Crimp that, and you can see it's got the red, blue, and the yellow sections there. So we'll use the blue section because it's a blue terminal. And that's not coming off at all. That's the proper size cable for that. Okay, so here's some really thin cable. We'll strip this back. Now some people will just want to put this into these sort of terminals. Even the smallest terminal like that is not going to be any good. So what they sometimes do is they strip it back, bend it over, sort of double it up, pack that in there, and then they crimp it. And I can feel that moving. I don't know if we can see that. Yeah, anyway, that wire, those strands are moving in there. So it's a very poor electrical connection and they think that's probably good enough. And for a meter or whatever hanging, like if you've got that going off to a voltmeter or something, you're just monitoring a power supply or something, yeah, it may be vaguely good enough. You could get away with possibly soldering into there, just putting a touch of solder on there to keep it there, but that's not really the idea of crimps. You'd be better off maybe using a piece of larger wire to go into your crimp terminal first properly, and then cut that and join that into the thinner wire to go off to your voltmeter or whatever low current thing it is. It's very thin cable to be using in there. Very poor electrical connection. If I pull on that, it's just come straight out. So you don't want that, wires flapping around in your controller boxes or whatever you're making, depending on what that is. If that was voltage coming from something and do somewhere else and it starts shorting out and it's not fused or whatever, you can end up melting wiring and having a bit of an exciting time in your controller enclosure. So we don't want that. So yeah, best to use a more appropriate size or way to join the wires there. Okay, lastly for today, we'll just show you using one of the joiners. So if you had that cable there, again, give it a very light twist just to keep it in the right spot. Choose the correct spot on the crimping tool. Put that down, and we'll pretend this is another cable we're trying to join to. Again, don't go too crazy with trimming too much wire off the insulation off the end of the wire. Very slight twist. that in. That's a decent sort of connection there, nice and strong. Now the only thing you've got to keep in mind, some people use these for outdoor connections. Water will run in there, it will corrode them from the inside, so they're not really suitable for outdoor use unless you want to slather it in silicone and whatever, in which case you might as well have just got in there and soldered them together and heat shrunk them properly. There's not much point really using crimps like this out in the rain, in my opinion. So there you go, that's the quick tutorial for today.